Over the last 4 or 5 years, I guess, we've been having increasing issues with controlling grass weeds in our fallows, and that's causing a lot of concern for growers. A lot more time on the spray rig, a lot more, some are moving into cultivating, and also, yeah, I mean, in those cases it's had some impact on their end result. Some farms have had significant issues for a number of years, some haven't quite seen it yet, thankfully, but in terms of an average increase in cost, I mean, it could easily have doubled their number of applications and their cost. In some cases, it's reduced their planting opportunities and had some impact on their final yield as well. I think if growers aren't already, cultivating a reasonable percentage of their fallow area, they soon will be if they don't adopt some kind of a strategy to keep on top of their glyphosate resistance, because I think it's about to explode really. Anyone that's been using glyphosate to manage their fallows for a number of years, it's just around the corner, I think, where they'll be starting to see control issues, and they need to start getting into a program to slow that march towards resistance. I guess with this increase in spraying, a lot of the growers that we deal with have had to increase their capacity for spraying, so they've had to buy multiple spray rigs or wider spray rigs or quicker spray rigs, or use contractors to help them out, and that's been a significant capital cost for them. One of the benchmarks that we've tried to promote with growers is that they have enough capacity to cover all their fallow area in about 7-8 hour spraying days. As the double knocks come into their program, it really does put a stress on their time and labour and resources. If they can reduce the amount of fallow they got, can help manage that bottleneck a bit. So perhaps they could get a better mix of summer and winter crops, so they haven't got all their country fallow at the same time. Other strategies that we've been trying to promote a bit are making sure they have a double knock program which has quite a long recommended interval between the two knocks. So if you're doing your second knock at 7 to 10 days, as opposed to a 2 to 3 day interval, it makes it logistically a lot better. The other strategy we're trying to incorporate more widely is the use of pre-emergence. So getting your pre-emergence down where possible earlier, so you don't have to be doing knockdowns on every acre. The WeedSeeker can be quite a helpful tool to reduce costs for growers on their herbicide costs, particularly on lightly scattered weeds. It's quite effective. It's not overly useful on big heavy patches or clumps of grass weeds in particular. We've found it to be quite useful as a follow-up to pre-emergent sprays where you have scattered weeds escaping your pre-emergent. Fleabane trials done in the north predominantly by NGA, but also others, definitely showing the benefit of the double knock. It's been the most reliable tool you can have on you once the plants are established, and generally that involves a phenoxy, and preferably in the first pass, followed by a paraquat on the second pass. That's really the key tool that we've been incorporating for knockdowns, but also there's been some good work to show the benefit of a range of different pre-emergent products on fleabane. And currently there's some work going on knockdown options, which can be done without the use of phenoxy in sensitive areas, and that work is still ongoing.